Wish I'd gotten the spoon conversation in there. So, hello out there in YouTube land. Welcome to the pregame episode, or pregame part of episode 11. 11? No, episode. I'm starting over. Alright, we are set to launch here. So hello out there in YouTube land. Welcome back to the Color Animal Inn. I'm your host Nord, and this is the pregame part of episode 13 of the Color Animal Inn. So if you're not interested in boring people talking about boring numbers as they make the boring part of their boring character sheet, skip ahead to part 1. That's when the action will actually begin. I use action in quotes because you never know what the players are going to do, but this is the part where we get together, talk about our characters, roll them up, and all that good stuff. So, welcome. Hi, everybody.
Yo.
Right,
hello.
There we go. And Cordy and Diana E have both joined since I started talking. How y'all doing?
Well, you?
Pretty good. Who are you playing tonight, Cordy? As if I need to ask.
Newman.
One Newman coming up. There you go. You should be able to pull them right on out of there.
Okay.
Same for you, David. Diana E, looks like you're having some trouble. Diana, if you can type, if you can hear us, just like type hello. I'm guessing Diana E does not hear us.
Oh, there are people in the inn today.
Yeah, good eyes.
What a nice change.
Pre-game grub. Yes, indeed. I wish I had some Cheetos.
Don't want to get Cheeto dust all over your keyboard.
I'm actually kind of weird. This is confession time. Nord the GM's weird confessions. I eat Cheetos with chopsticks.
That's not even a weird confession. I eat pizza with a fork to keep my greasy fingers from greasing up my keyboard.
Ah, that's a good idea. I just use my left hand. Pizza with mustard, huh? Like, just on the crust, or on the whole thing? All over. Okay, that's weird. I don't know, it might be good. I remember one night, let's just say that it was my college years, and it was very late at night. I actually made a frozen pizza with Fritos on it, and ate it. And it was not very good. That's right, Thin Air. The price of a scroll is equal to the level of the spell times the caster's creator level times 25 gold pieces. You will also find, if you are paying attention, a handout called Price of Potions and Scrolls. That will tell you the price of scrolls and potions.
How many people are we expecting to get?
It could be up to 8.
Right, in that case, because if I get them at level 2 each, that's only 50 gold, and I can give that a minute. It's only 50 gold.
Yeah.
Well, then again, that'd be quite a bit to cover more people. But if I wanted to give 4 people it, which would have otherwise cost 200 gold, I could do it this way and give 4 people it with double the duration by just casting 4 separate scrolls on them.
That works too, but you have to have the time to do so.
Well, I was thinking we'd do it before we messed with that portal.
And that gives each person a duration of 1 minute?
2 minutes, because I wanted to get the level 2 version of the scrolls, which is why I'm only going to buy 4 of them for 200.
Ah, right.
And
I see what you got going there.
And I reckon 2 minutes should probably be enough, considering actual combat and stuff is only 6 seconds a level, around.
Around, that's right.
I think 1 minute we'd run the risk of it running out too early, but 2 minutes, assuming we ended up starting doing something fairly soon after going through the portal, would probably come in quite handy. And my character is slightly scared of that portal and would therefore definitely want to go and buy this sort of scroll.
Just lick it. See what happens. Probably tastes like licking a power outlet.
Those taste tingly.
It's like something Roscoe would do. Or not Roscoe, Jago. Oh, speaking of which, is it cool if his reason for being here is because he's here to take over for Jago, who got really, really sick after all the rat fights?
Absolutely.
Alright, cool.
Yeah,
Out of character doesn't really matter because those potions are super cheap, but I'll just pretend Roscoe spent it all on booze and then forgot that he needs that potion for not dying.
Yeah, I'm working on her computer. For some reason, it comes in here and she can hear you for a minute, and then it kills everything. So
That is weird.
Yep. So now I'm messing with that.
Yes. Yes, indeed. If that is half of the buying price.
Yeah. Well, I figure it's probably only worth like 1 gold as just to buy a buckler, isn't it? And
Right.
Masterwork adds 150 to the value of any armor or shield.
So half that's 75.
So I might decide to do that depending on whether or not I actually decide to spend anything else, because I do have 41 gold. This is not counting the money I spent on the scrolls.
Cool. There is something new in tonight's game, by the way. If you click into your journal entries, you'll see something called Party Loot.
Ooh.
Now, this should be editable by everybody, but I'll try to do it at the same time. I like to choose or have the party choose a loot master, for example. Just someone who's in charge of putting new items into here. This is going to work like Hammer Space. Anything in here, any player can automatically just pull out and say it was on them the whole time. And you can put something in here, just whatever you like. Anything that your character has found and you don't know what to do with. If you don't want it yourself, if you don't want to sell it, you think maybe someone else can use it, just drop it in here. And it is subject to the same general encumbrance rules as everybody else. If there's a grandfather clock in here, that's the only thing in there, pretty much.
So is this loot that we have found or loot that we bring with us and we share?
Let's try to put just loot that you find in here.
Alright, cool.
Anything your character has already found, if you're playing a character who's been here before, but anything you buy should just be for that character. You can't just go out and buy a bunch of potions to dump in here. Well, that would be a nice thing to do. So if you think that buckler would be better served by somebody else than serving you by giving you 75 gold pieces, that's a good place to put it.
I will decide on that later after we see everyone who's here.
Cool.
Because a buckler's not that good by itself, if you're actually someone who could use a proper shield.
That is true.
But then again, it depends whether I'd actually need to spend the money on anything anyway.
Alright, so it looks like Pacifist has decided not to join us. And there's one other person on the list who has not signed in yet, but then it's still early. It's only 3:15. They got 45 minutes to show up.
Yeah, Brandon, he said he would be here in about 15 minutes. That's when he should be here anyways.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He wanted to get in before we started doing the role-playing adventure stuff, like, because I guess he doesn't really have to do the character sheet stuff. Apparently had chores or something, I'm assuming.
Cool. If we can get Diana working here. If not, I don't know. Can y'all, like, move into the same room and use the same mic or whatever? One of my other co-GMs slash player slash friend, he and his girlfriend do that.
Oh, cool.
Speak of the devil.
Is that a Brandon? I'm asking because we can't see. There we go.
Right when you said he'd show up.
Yeah!
Nor, you know how you said you won't allow alchemists and gunslingers for unknown reasons to us?
Yeah.
Would you allow a class where its parents are one of them?
I would have to look real closely at that class. What class is it?
Just a second.
Just so you're warned, we're probably going to be doing a big tough fight this time, so make sure the class you're picking can handle that.
That's gonna be perfect.
I mean, I have no way of knowing what we're going to do, but seeing as it's behind a big fancy sealed portal, that's just a pretty good guess.
Then the +1 composite longbow I bought for this character blew almost all his gold on should be coming in handy.
Yeah, I was thinking something like a swashbuckler, how it's like a pirate.
I've just thought.
The parents are fighter and gunslinger.
I've just thought something.
Hmm?
If you're going to be an archer, you should consider buying some proper blunt arrows, because they might be slightly better than just removing the arrowhead.
The problem is, I looked that up. Pathfinder's blunt arrows only do what's it called?
Non-lethal.
Yeah, non-lethal, which is worthless against undead.
Oh wow,
It's
they're completely
unfortunate.
useless then.
Although what would be good is buying a potion of Bless Weapon, which, assuming it works like other weapon enhancements, should be able to buff at least 50 arrows. That should give it, like, a bonus against the DR undead have.
Alright,
It's only
so
like, what, like 50 gold?
with her computer, she's not going to be able to talk, but she can hear you through mine. We'll just have to work it that way, because I have no idea what is killing that right now.
Yeah, that is extremely weird. Did you try just a full shut it off reboot?
I have not. I can try that. But
Have you tried going into the what kind of computer is it? Is it a laptop?
Yeah, it's a laptop.
Have you tried going into the device manager and disabling and re-enabling the driver for the mic?
Yeah, I've gone through pretty much everything that I can possibly think of. Sometimes I've had trouble with just something stupid like ad blocker screwing myself up, but
The mic isn't the problem, it's the fact that the audio shuts out that is weird.
yeah, it says it's unable to connect, but it doesn't give me any reason to go off from. So it's like 1,000 reasons that I have to.
What browser?
Same one I use, Chrome.
And you have the browser itself set to allow it?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, if I hadn't, I wouldn't imagine it would even allow her to listen to anything in the beginning. But she can hear you fine, and then it just for some reason it'll cut out.
That is weird.
Yep.
Personally, I would do a total reboot at this point, but that's,
Yeah,
I'm Mr. IT expert. Try shutting it off and turning it back on.
Is your computer
Are you
plugged
sure
in?
it's plugged in?
Yeah.
So Fnord, I need
Hey,
to fix
Brandon.
my shield.
You what?
Oh,
I need to
Brandon,
fix my shield.
Oh, yeah, indeed.
was the shield?
I did a
Plus
little.
one. Shield.
Yeah, the shield is +1. So I did a little research and I found out that a scroll of make whole would be the closest thing.
Oh, also, you might
If you
like
fix
this a lot,
enough-
Brandon. Was your shield
What?
absolutely decimated, or was it just given the broken condition?
It was given the broken condition.
Yeah, the cantrip that lets you fix things actually works on fixing +1 weapons.
I'm not sure. Doesn't there some sort of caster level thing to do with that?
Oh yeah, that's true. So I
I'm
think
not sure if I'd be able to do that. Also, I don't actually know the cantrip mending because
So I did my research, and a scroll of make whole is the closest thing possible. Or I could trade my masterwork shield that I found and some gold to a blacksmith or something.
I think you said 75 gold or something like that last time.
I can't remember what I was referencing before, but there was some other way to just pay a blacksmith to do it for you.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure
And in
if
fact,
that's as legitimate.
if you want to have to deal without the shield for a while, the blacksmith could give you a quest.
To do it for free?
Yeah. You bring him
I-
back something or take care of something for him and he'll fix it, but that means you have to run at least one and possibly 2 or 3 adventures without it.
it's 200
I-
gold for that scroll if you just want to have it made whole with magic.
Yeah, which is probably what I'd end up doing, because I think I'm gonna need it for today. Yeah.
Oh no, he's got a beak Lord
Yeah,
Race.
exactly.
He's gonna eat us.
You guys are gonna
So
have
what I'm
fun
probably
tonight.
gonna end up doing, Fnord, I have a gem that's base value is 100 gold, and I also have a masterwork heavy steel shield. I would like to trade both of those for a scroll of make whole so I can fix my shield.
Alright, first off, I don't think we've done this yet. Who are you playing tonight?
Vesa,
Vesa.
again.
I am never going to
Wait.
remember this, guys. I apologize.
Wait, I told you the pricing wrong, by the way. It's only 150 gold for a level 2 scroll, isn't it? I was thinking 200 if you wanted it to be cast to level 4.
There's actually a handout for it so I can check. Prices of potions and scrolls. Spell level, second, 150. Yeah, 150. So, yeah, that's about right.
Before you do that, let me check something. I need to make sure there's not a caster level requirement for that.
The make whole spell has to be on your class spell list. You don't have to be able to cast it.
Yep.
Oh, I know, but
Yep.
there's
They
I
can
think
even-
you need to be a certain caster level depending on how powerful the magic item is. I just wanted to make sure that the basic caster level for it's enough for that.
I don't think there is.
Your caster level needs
there
to
was.
be at least twice the thing of the caster level for the item.
Okay, so that would make sense because the minimum caster level to make the scroll would be level 3, and it's a +1
Yeah.
weapon. So it should just work.
Sounds good to me. So basically,
Can
you're
fix
gonna
destroyed magic items.
spend the money, buy the scroll, give it to Thanir. Thanir
Yeah.
casts it. Your shield is fixed.
I can do it myself,
Oh,
actually. Because, yeah, it's a... Oh, wait, no. It's a cleric, not a paladin spell. Never mind. So, yeah, Danir, you're going to have to do me a solid.
Oh, I think I did your Ion Stone last time, didn't I? So, should be pretty much the same as that.
Mm-hmm. So I'm trading a rose quartz worth 100 GP
Oh, jeez.
and a masterwork heavy steel shield.
awesome.
You know that's worth at least 75 gold, by the way. Because a Masterwork
Ah.
shield adds 150 to the value of anything.
Yep.
You're obviously going to only get half of it, so if you just sold the shield, you could end up with 25 gold to spare.
But you sell the items for half the price.
I know. It's actually a 150 increase on the value of the shield.
So it'd sell for 75 gold.
Yeah.
A little bit more. And then the rose quartz would sell for 50. So
Oh, yeah.
it puts me at 125 gold. With a diplomacy check, or even just because they can sell those items for more than what I'm giving it to them for, it should make up the cost.
Actually, how much is a steel shield worth, or is it like most things where it's just like a gold piece or two?
Yeah,
I think it's
minimal.
like 10 gold or something. No more than 10 gold.
I'm checking because some normal items, like I think it's longbows, are actually surprisingly valuable.
Yes, they are. But shields are not.
Shields are kind of disposable in the medieval combat world.
Yeah.
So I believe I have that back.
Thanir. Well, actually, Brandon, just for fun, let's be perverse and make you roll a diplomacy check.
Ooh, could I try and use Aid Another to give him a bonus on that?
Yes.
because-
Also, Fnord, you're cutting out.
Am
think.
I? Testing, testing,
I-
hello.
You were cutting out. You're not anymore.
The
might just
hiccups
be
of
me.
the internet.
Uh-huh.
I've got good but not awesome service here. Surprisingly
No,
good.
you're
It's
good.
Sudden Link Communications in a local city that I will not, but almost did, name. Excellent. So Thanir has given a +2 bonus. Besa is going to need to make a diplomacy check as well.
Okie doke. Just open up. Should go pretty well.
It did, and the +2 bonus didn't hurt at all. The person who repairs the shield for you is most pleased with his trade,
Good stuff.
and he actually arranges for a local scribe that he knows to write this spell for you, specially.
Good stuff. Like it.
So good.
Yeah, so good. Also, Fnord, I'd like to PM you a class that I may level into. Just let me know if it's okay or not.
Okay.
It's not an alchemist or gunslinger. Or anything like that.
It's the god class. He automatically blows up all enemies around him.
What, Claire?
No, not Claire.
That's only undead.
Also, don't mind that.
Everyone knows God's a wizard.
Oh,
Yeah,
I got
wizards
you.
are up there too, along with
Wizards.
what is it, arcanists? And I think-
Arcanists are like sorcerer-wizard combo.
Yeah,
It's sort of
arcanists
worse than
and-
both in some ways, but also sort of better than both.
Yeah. Also, Paragon sorcerers and clerics are way up there, and then summoners are just below.
So that's an interesting combo with a paladin, Besa.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's he doing?
Well, we don't get to level
and-
up yet, do we?
Specifically the, I'm gonna PM you.
Yeah, he doesn't want to tell
Specifically.
everybody. And at first glance, this is looking okay. I'm obviously going to have to look more deeply into it, but it looks alright. And it looks like it would be an interesting character if played right.
And I'm probably only doing the first level, if that matters for your, balancing.
So you're just going to take one level of it and not level again.
Quite likely, yes.
Cool. Yeah, keep that in mind, man. Remind me.
Okay. I just wanted to double check. Because after what happened last game, I feel like it would be more than appropriate.
So, the one class that I could link you, the Swashbuckler, is a fighter gunslinger hybrid. And the other class I was wondering if you'd allow is an investigator, which is a alchemist rogue hybrid.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think the investigator would be okay. I'm not sure. Like I say, I don't like guns and bombs in my games.
Mm-hmm.
Well, bombs, okay, but y'all don't get them. So, as long as you're not like a Philip Marlowe investigator with a gun or something, I can see that working. Usual GM caveat that I might veto it later.
May I ask something
What's
about
up?
the alchemists?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't like the bombs because that's like super steampunky and grenades and stuff. But what if it was role played like just a really, really beefed up alchemist fire?
Yeah,
Because
see,
they are supposed
that niche is filled with the fireball spell.
Not true.
I think there's some rather unusual rules. I don't know which book they come from, so I've never tried to use them, but apparently some fire spells let you use an alchemist fire as an additional focus, and then it adds the alchemist fire damage, the burning damage that it does on the round later. It adds that to the people to a target hit by the spell. I think it only works on one target though.
It gives
It's
it a
just
little
something-
bonus along with acid and ice flasks.
Yeah.
And the
I
other
know
thing
there's a
about
thing with the-
alchemists that I don't like is the mutagen thing. A little too
Oh,
much of the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Which,
Mm-hmm.
in the right game would be cool, but I think in this game, we're already pushing the limits. We have the Alex who wears the skin of an extra-dimensional being, and like a rat folk, and all kinds of weird people. I think we have a full-blood orc. So...
No, mine's only half. Unless you mean someone else.
No, I didn't mean someone else.
I
Okay.
think we had more
Besa
than
feels
one
so
orc, didn't
normal.
we?
And there was another question.
Yeah.
I don't remember what there were two questions asked. I don't think I got to both of them.
I wanted to know whether what sort of size of place would make it too small for enlarged person due to the thing where you end up cramped up and you get a bunch of negatives.
Yeah. I'm not going to put a hard number on that. I'm going to say that the situation is going to depend.
So far, would we have probably
so
been unable to use that?
Yeah, so a large person would make any of us, any medium-sized us, into a 10 by 10 square instead of a 5 by 5 square. So if we can't fit in the area that we enlarge into, then we'd be cramped.
Yeah,
Then
so,
you what?
We'd be
That's-
cramped.
So
Oh, yeah.
like the average hallway in the mystery caves, being
5
only
by-
a single square would be too small to enlarge in. But once you're in a room, the roof is up there somewhere. It's like in TV. You're not going to see the ceiling unless it's a plot point.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to get a scroll of that for the big when I think we're in a big fight. If we
Could be
end up
useful.
fighting in a room. I hope you think it's useful. You're probably going to be the person I target with it.
Yeah. I will be massive.
All right, so we got about 30 minutes before the official start time. Those of you making your characters, Nick, you said you were rolling a new character tonight. I haven't seen you roll though.
Yeah, I will roll. She's going to take since she's kind of new to this.
Something's going
I'm just
on.
she's just going to take
Oh, Matt, did you roll your stats for your guy?
Yeah, I got pretty lucky actually. With my
Which
stats.
Nick? Hey, what is she taking, Nick?
She's going to take the 25 point buy. I'm going
Okay.
to roll because I can't help but roll.
I love it when you do.
You know you do. Yeah. All right. Let me see if I can't find it here. Where are you, stat roller? All right. See what I
I
get.
just
Diana, type if you can hear me okay. I want to hear it directly from her. And
I
Nick,
apparently
you're...
have a bunch of unspent skill ranks.
You may.
Odd.
Cool, as long as you can hear me talking, Diana, that's all I need. So your buddy Nick here just rolled the absolute perfect set of stats for an accountant.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
Can I get like?
Or like
Can that be a class?
Or you're like a middle manager at a hot dog stand or something.
As long as I have an abacus. I mean, I gotta have that.
you can be a level 1 commoner.
Wow.
who gets kobolds.
That hurts.
Wow,
With that
Nick.
look, I highly suggest you try the point buy thing.
Yeah,
I mean-
3 times a try.
We don't have the money
That's
to
how it works
resurrect
with
you
me.
yet.
That's definitely how it works.
That's so terrible. That's not even right. 3 9s. Come on.
Nick,
Poor thing.
I want to make you feel better. I had somebody in here rolling up a character for a future episode, and he rolled the first 3 I have ever seen.
What?
I've gotten a 4.
Yeah,
Is
that means he got 4 1s all in a
That's
row.
possible?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's possible, but it's rare.
That's poor thing.
Oh.
So, you gambling man, you gonna try for that 3rd roll, or you gonna take the chicken way out and take the 25-point buy?
Oh man.
It'll
I
pay
have no
off.
idea because I have never had such bad rolls. I usually start with at least a medium roll.
Want me to roll
It'll
for
pay
you,
off.
see if it would be any better?
You cannot do that.
No, that's my normal rolls, baby. Damn. What do you think, Fnord? What would you do? I know what you'd do. You'd roll again.
Go balls deep in that hog.
Don't do
Do
it.
it.
Don't do it.
Give her.
If you
Give
give it
her.
a chance, it's always gonna bite you. Don't make the same mistakes I did.
Oh yeah, you should see my wizard. He is the one of the 4.
Was may I ask a question about the character sheets?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, so the spells are a little confusing for me, especially spells per day.
Well,
It says spells per day, and then there's also uses. What's the difference?
let me open up a sheet and take a look.
So spells per day is your max, and then the uses is how many you have left. So you just subtract them as you go.
Yeah, it's either that or the other way around.
Yeah.
I think it's I think Brandon was right because
Yeah.
how the things were changing when I put things into spells per day.
Yeah, that's how I've been using it.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
You get extra depending on your spell casting modifier and
Which
what
is
you have with it.
from your base stats, which for Nick are...
Yeah, I haven't quite decided yet. It's not going to be the triple 9s.
Roll a d100. If it's high, do it. If it's not, don't.
No, don't do it.
Leave the dice
Spells
roll
per
up to a
day.
dice roll.
The dice are gonna bite you. I know this is like perfectly setting up for.
All right, you know what? That sounds fair. That sounds fair. I'll roll a d100. If it's high, I will. What do you think, Surface? High, what should I do?
High, roll it.
High, roll it. Low, take the
If it's
point.
low, take the point by it. I would say if it's like in between, if it's like close to 50, I'd just roll 100 again.
Don't do
Okay.
it. Don't do it.
All right, I'm rolling.
Oh no.
All right, do it. I believe in you.
Please.
I believe in you.
Oh,
There,
pays
that's
off.
not bad. There you go.
That
The
didn't.
two 16s are decent, and you got nothing below a 10, so you've got no
It's
increase.
average.
That was actually if you looked at what I built for this character, that is exactly what I put in.
Oh, perfect.
Really? That's
Yeah.
your 25 point die?
Yeah, that is my 20-point.
That's
Well, almost.
You appear to be missing an 18
Wow.
in some important stat.
That was
That's
anticlimactic.
incredible.
That's almost. Except for I get like it's actually like if you kind of bring it back down, it's like a 27-point buy, but
Well, let's see.
it's pretty close.
16
Is 10.
Better than your
10
25.
plus 1 plus 2 plus another 10 plus 2 plus 3. 28 point buy.
Yeah,
So you came out ahead.
yeah, not bad.
Believe in me. I believe in you.
If anyone wants to
Is that
still
like-
know, I can explain the spells per day stuff in there. In the character sheet. The actual spells per day column, that's the one that you get for your class. As in, at that level you have so many spells per day of each one, without the ability modifier adjustment. That's the column you type that into. And your uses is how many out of the total you've used up that day. And I think that really only applies to the spontaneous casters, because otherwise it'd just be individual spells memorized that mattered.
Alright, thank you very much.
It takes the spells per day and adds them to your ability modifier, which I think it automatically calculates for you.
Yeah.
To tell you how many you actually have in the total column.
Yeah, I think hunters are spontaneous casters. Like, sorcerers are spontaneous, right?
No, because they use divine spells, so I'm pretty sure you have to prepare your spells.
What are you?
He's a hunter, which is like, mixed
You
between
check.
druid
I have to look that up.
I'm almost
Pretty
certain
sure
that you
druids
have to
and
prepare.
rangers are both prepared.
Most druids do, but I think hunters are spontaneous.
Nope, you're correct. They can be spontaneous.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have a
So
question
they're-
about the no magic trait.
oh
They're
that's
completely
what's-
unlike their parent class. That's funny.
That must be what makes them actually more effectively different to a ranger and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get to have spontaneous druid casting.
Well, they also get
Because-
ranger casting, and honestly, most of my spells are ranger currently, because the beginning
Oh.
druid spells are really bad. Well, at least most of them.
Yeah, because rangers usually get their spells when they hit level 4. So
Yeah,
their
exactly.
spells
So
are
I'm just already
better.
getting like gravity buff.
Oh, Diana, I am so sorry.
Also, rangers don't get at the level like 4 or 5, whereas a hunter starts off with it.
Yeah, it's pretty handy.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, I can also start off with the druid's cure light wounds and obscure.
Yeah, they're just better, basically.
Well, no, druids are
They're
still a
just-
lot better, but because they get wild shape, which like just eats.
They're better late game.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, Diana.
Question, how do I go about finding the spell level for something like Dancing Lights, Ghost Sound, Prestidigitation?
They're 0. They're considered
Hang on,
spell
I gotta
level
go
0.
Okay, I may have just heard the doorbell.
However, if you get one of the things, there's some, I think it's 4th or 3rd level spell that lets you like get extra spells prepared and there's some items based on it. For those purposes, they're considered spell level a half.
Hmm.
I know this because I was looking up how to get my hands on more cantrips as a wizard for a wizard character I was making.
I was wondering because for no magic, at the bottom it says the DC for these spells is equal to 10 plus the spell's level plus the gnome's charisma modifier.
Yeah, they're considered spell level 0 for the spell DC things.
Okay. So why does it have the spells plus the spell's level?
Because it's just the generic charisma-based casting thing. I think there's some other things that use pretty much the same formula, but you might be able to get, say, a first level spell. Like the really overpowered drow feats do something similar.
I'm back. It wasn't.
Oh, welcome back.
If it was somebody ringing my doorbell, they're real small.
It's just like this really
Friggin' gnomes.
shitty gnome.
Mhm.
That just opens the door
Yeah.
with it.
Maybe it was Newman.
Alright, I should be almost done my first character sheet.
Alright. What did you pick as your companion?
It was a big cat, which
Yeah.
I'm role playing as like a saber cat kind of thing.
Right, and you have your own tokens, right?
I already set them up too.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure a dire tiger is a saber-toothed tiger.
Oh, that'd be cool. But no, mine has like tusks.
There are
Huh.
there are subtle differences.
Tusks.
I think they basically in Pathfinder made all the dire things basically like the prehistoric versions, didn't they?
Big and angry versions. Yeah.
cool.
Like
Think
most of
dire
the
days of prehistoric fair.
How about you, Nick? What are you playing?
I'm gonna be playing a fighter.
What kind of token should I look for? Or do you have one?
I don't have one. If you can look for one that looks like he has like a great sword,
Gotcha.
because that's essentially all an Adachi really is.
Want like a samurai looking one?
Yeah. I don't. Have you ever played Final Fantasy VII?
No.
The main protagonist, or antagonist, I should say, Sephiroth, his blade is essentially just a huge Adachi.
Like a giant axe? More like
Nope.
a polearm or
The big katana. It's
Katana.
usually the size. It's usually taller than most humans.
Yeah, I think his Sephiroth's sword is like 7 or 8 feet long. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
the traditional Adachi is a 4 to 5 foot long blade with a foot long
And
grip.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
Yep, they're cool.
Would this suffice?
Where am I? Yeah, sure. That's good enough.
All right.
You know I don't care too much about the tokens. It's about the fun.
That
I-
kind of looks like a samurai.
It is listed as a samurai. It is.
That's actually a class, isn't it?
It is.
Samurai by Steel Rat.
Incidentally enough, Nodachis were used by samurai.
Weren't they?
Yep. Nodachis and katanas. Generally. Wakazashis.
And all the other Japanesey sounding ones, basically.
Yeah, they're just pretty much all the same. I mean,
Wakazashis, I believe, are like maybe a foot long or a little shorter than that. They're real small.
Aren't they just like the Japanese equivalent of a short sword, effectively?
They're more of like a pairing sword.
What's your vision
I don't
like?
claim to be an expert.
I'm no expert.
Nick, what kind of vision you got?
I'm a human, but I actually have low light vision.
Hmm.
How?
I have the blood of dragons flowing through my veins.
Interesting.
That'll do
Nice.
it.
It's a
Don't
trait.
we already have one of them?
That would be me, but I chose a different trait. I think I think it's +2 to perception, or was it +1 to perception?
+1 to perception, you can take
Yeah.
low light vision, or +2 to paralysis saves and something else.
I took +1 to perception. If I need to see in the dark, I have spells for that.
And Diana,
Cool.
what kind of character
What
are
type
you
of
going to be
dragon are you?
playing? What type of character is Diana playing?
Yeah, she's gonna be playing a ranger. It just makes that easier.
Female ranger? Elf? I may have just the thing.
I have
Incidentally
plans.
enough, elves in D&D are quite common.
So we have 3 rangers this game. Not
Yeah,
class,
kind of.
but 3 ranger archetypes.
Going up against skeletons and undead with
We have-
bows and arrows.
Should be good.
We have 3 rangers.
Well, I'm a hunter, which is kind of like a druid ranger.
3 ranger archetypes.
Basically
3
unofficial.
archers. Yeah, 3 archers.
Question: Can I use something like prestidigitation to create arrows?
Yeah,
No.
a composite longbow,
Prestidigit-
mostly.
Prestidigitation can't create anything that can actually be used, basically.
Yeah.
Oh,
Make something that looks like an arrow but breaks the minute you touch it.
They cannot be used to harm anything or as spell components.
Hmm.
And they're not particularly well made, anything with prestidigitation anyway. It's not just if you want to be a wizard or a sorcerer and say, haha, I can conjure things from thin air because I have magic. I bet you can't do that, random common person.
Peasant.
Pleb.
I forgot to ask, what type of dragon blood do you have? This is the sort of thing my character cares about.
Well, he's got bluish gray eyes with gold flecked into him, so I'd imagine a gold dragon.
Nice, me too.
Oh, I was expecting there to be like some dragon beef going on. One's a red dragon, one's like gold.
Foils so hard.
I thought I had the perfect token for this, but I don't. I'll find you one. I'm trying real hard not to reuse anybody's.
You can do it. I believe in you.
I'm also trying to do it without buying any token sets.
Yeah, the top-down tokens seem to be kind of hard to get your hands on good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really are. I usually type in to find mine, roll 20 token, and that usually has some good ones, and then I Photoshop them a bit and make them better.
Yeah, I do that too.
Yeah, it's really handy.
just out of sheer curiosity,
Here we go.
has anyone
Here's
played
the-
Cards Against Humanity?
Oh, great game.
Yep. Trying to get one started on here.
Oh yeah, that was you, wasn't it? I saw the
Yeah.
post.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Doesn't look like anyone's gonna join though.
Consider me joined.
Hmm?
Consider me joined. I don't know when I'll get to play with you, but if you have it set up, I will definitely want to play at least once.
I wouldn't mind giving it a shot.
Yeah, before actually making the game listing, I made that thread just to kind of test the waters to see if there was enough interest in it. I basically have almost all the cards already made, just gotta slap them into the system. Something like that's pretty easy to set up, especially on here.
Yeah, once you have the images of the cards, you just slap them in.
Yep.
Alright, we were hoping for an official start time of 11 minutes from now. Anybody see any reason that shouldn't happen?
Nope, I should be almost done my character sheets now.
I think we're good.
The only thing I'd probably I'd have to set up her main weapon. So, I'm not sure 11 minutes, but it should be pretty close to that.
Cool.
In the meantime, I'll just be taking a quick glance at possible changes to inventory that I could make from buying.
In other words, shopping.
Window shopping right now.
Yeah.
Also, Fnord, I noticed that you played a game with Ajax.
I did. I even live streamed it.
Yeah, I'm in his Wednesday game.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I didn't want to watch your streams because I didn't want to spoil anything for myself, but based on the thumbnails, in one game, you got to where we got in 3 games. Because inconsistent party synergy is the downfall of everybody.
Yeah. You gotta get a team that'll work together as a team, man. It's harder
Many
than
people
it seems.
dropped out.
And what?
So, many people dropped out.
Speaking
Likely
of which,
because of that.
do we have any rogues?
Nope.
Alright, good. Because I got myself some disabled device from my traits.
Oh,
So
by
if
the
you-
way, when you're looking to buy things, everyone, I can protect 4 people against evil. There's more of us than that.
Oh,
So
that's-
anyone who'd be able to protect themselves may wish to.
I'll probably be fine.
We'll give
I
you
laugh
what,
in the face of evil.
a +2 AC bonus against evil or something?
+2 to
Yep.
+2 deflection bonus to armor class, and +2 to saving throws. And there's also the stuff that protects you from being mind controlled by evil people.
Nice.
Vesa believes in himself fully this time. He's not about to fuck up.
Until a skeleton crits and one-shots your shield.
Guy, shut up.
How would flight arrows deal damage since I'm already a small character?
What kind of arrows?
Flight arrows?
Flank?
They deal damage as if one size category smaller.
I've never heard of these. Send me a link.
They are the third. They're the second item underneath weapons. The flight arrows range increment is 20 feet greater with long bows or 10 feet greater with short bows.
Oh, flight. Like what a bird does. I thought you were saying flank, as in being on the opposite side of an enemy.
No, flight.
Gotcha. Yeah, so a flight arrow is 20 feet greater with a longbow and 10 feet greater with a short bow. So a short bow has a range of like 60 feet, I believe. This just
No.
means it would be 70 feet.
No, it'd be 80 feet with a short bow.
Okay.
That's a long range.
And then they deal damages of one size category smaller. So if you're already a small person, it actually goes all the way down one more, but I'm not going to look that up. I would just say there are only two ranges of weapon damage. There's small and medium.
So for
You're
their
gonna
game,
be-
it wouldn't really change anything.
You're gonna be basically a mosquito.
Yeah.
You'd effectively go down to being tiny size.
Yeah.
But for this game, it wouldn't change the damage.
No, it wouldn't.
That's something to look into.
Now, this is not the case in enlarge. If you enlarge, you actually do go up a weapon size, I believe.
Yep.
There is a page out there that I'm not going to look up for it. I'm going to have you do that when you cast the spell.
I actually already have it open because I was looking for buff spells to cast.
Cool. So, your target, whatever their weapon is, you're going to look it up and let us know. If you're using the spell, I expect you to know how to use the spell and be able to provide links on demand. This goes for skills, feats, everything like that. I won't always ask for them, but I may.
Okay, now I think I just need to set up the attacks for both my characters, and I should be good.
Cool. That's the tricky part, but I think you remember how to do it from last week.
I hope so.
Alright. And we got some tokens here.
That one's not bad. Those are pretty solid.
Just so you know, Diana is currently labelled as being a he as well as a female, which is slightly odd.
Oh,
You have to change that in your sheet, though.
Under details, you scroll down a little bit, you'll see a section. There's like 4 boxes. And what does Roscoe have in terms of vision?
He doesn't have anything special for vision, actually.
Got it. And I assume Tusker has dark vision 60 feet, like 99% of the things out there.
Surprisingly, no, he actually has low light vision,
Ah.
which doubles the light source visions or something, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have to do things differently with this, though.
Okay, let's see. Attack and damage effects. Okay, let's go for that.
Oh, do we get a free one for the party potion of cure moderate wounds? Is that a thing?
That's it. Yeah, that has been placed in the bag for you.
That is lovely. Thank you.
Anybody can pull that out at any time. Y'all familiar with the concept of hammer space?
No.
No.
So in a cartoon, imagine a Bugs Bunny cartoon where Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd are there. They're like standing, they're just talking. And then all of a sudden, Elmer Fudd reaches behind him and pulls out his shotgun. And so Bugs Bunny reaches behind him and he pulls out a big hammer and whacks Elmer Fudd with it.
Ah, okay.
Hammer space is where those things came from.
For some unexplainable reason, the examine command does not work on Diana.
There's probably something in her sheet that has not been filled out.
I
Yeah, we
assume
haven't
so.
made our way to that point.
Yeah, just give it time.
Okay. I just thought I'd
Yep.
point it out.
It's looking for her weapon and doesn't have one. That may have even broken the API. Let's find out.
I think the API still works because it works if I try to examine other people.
I'm able to have Newman look at Diana.
Look works, examine doesn't, for me.
Examine is going to give you some errors because it's looking for something that it can't find yet.
I hope Newman doesn't keep trying to kill me again. It was rather irritating.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
No, remember he said that if you guys made it out alive, he'd leave you alone.
Oh yeah, he did, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I have some bad news for him. There probably won't be much furry for him to skin today.
Oh, there's my pet, but he's gonna be defensive over that.
That pet
Newman
might
doesn't-
eat Newman. That
That
pet's
pet
bigger
might.
than Newman.
Newman only attacks and kills non-domesticated animals that are vicious.
Okay. Does not the
And the
Hollow
cat.
cat count as domesticated?
Yes.
Cool. Also,
Right, didn't
Fnord,
he
would
go
you-
after the pet cat in here?
It's not vicious, so he won't try and kill it.
Fnord,
It's kind of domesticated, so
Matt, you trying to ask something?
yeah. Could you look over my current character sheet for the pet to see if I did the attacks correctly? I'm not sure if I did. There's a lot of stuff on there.
Gladly.
Alright, cool.
Someone just Skyped me.
And I'll work on the next one.
Alright, I am counting 6 official people. I have sent out a message to Raldor. I don't think he is going to respond. Anybody else who hasn't shown up yet, I will assume is not going to. And that being said, we're going to bring in one more of the regulars. Got
Cool.
somebody outside knocking on the door. He holds up a battered old, week-old VIP pass and shows us the bouncer, and he's like, "Hey, look, I got a VIP pass." And the bouncer looks at him, and he's like, "Yeah, that's from last week, dude." And he goes, "No, my name's Red Hedgehog. I'm here all the time, man. This is a good one." And bouncer's like, "I don't know. I'm gonna have to check with Barth." And Barth's like, "Yeah, you know what? He's a good customer. Let him in."
How's it going?
Hello.
Red Hedgehog, welcome.
Hello.
It's going to be a pretty full game.
Yep.
I
The
expect
fullest.
I'm sure we'll need all the people we can get our hands on this week.
You seem to be pretty quiet there, Hedgehog.
Oh, let me check my levels. Oh, wait. There we go.
That's
Much-
I
better.
forgot to
much
lower
better.
my I forgot to lower the mic thing.
I hear you playing tonight.
I'll play Ian. And I'll change his name since he is technically a new character.
Is he? Oh yeah, I guess he is. So yeah, I'm glad you chose this one. I've got a little surprise for you.
You know, I feel like I'm missing something.
Welcome to the life of Vesa.
There you go, Ian.
Thank you.
And the surprise.
nice.
That's good
Nice.
stuff.
That's really good.
Nice. He's got a proper rat-looking portrait thing.
Yeah.
Well, someone's gonna bite you and give you diseases. Poor Jago.
Alright, so let's look over Tusker's attacks.
I have some bad news for you, Nick. You appear to be dead.
What?
You have 0 health.
Oh no.
So Tusker looks right if his claws are intended not to hit anything.
Yeah, that's the problem with natural attack when you don't actually have natural attack yet.
I mean, wouldn't a tiger be born with it though? Where are you getting your
Well-
stats from?
They don't get it until a certain level, and they're not allowed to take natural attack as one of their feats.
Alright.
Huh.
I know, right? But what
That-
really matters is his bite, because natural attack, when they're doing like a full attack with it, the offhands get really bad mods, but the main attack, which is the bite, doesn't lose anything.
Hmm.
So it's
I've-
just icing on the cake, really.
I've never heard of that with a familiar or something. I've always heard that they can make their attacks if they're a regular BAB.
Yeah, I
But
don't
his
think
BAB is
it's
also really bad.
Yeah, it's just really weird because the claws are always the secondary weapon. It's always the bite is primary, and it's always the secondary weapons that take the penalty. For whatever reason, that's just why.
I've
I don't
never
think there's
run
any
with that.
special rules for attacks with familiars, but maybe it's different for animal companions because they're actually expected to try and do combat, whereas most familiars just sort of stay near the wizard and provide him a few bonuses and someone to chat to.
Also, natural attacks. The rules for natural attacks are just a gigantic cluster of just
Yeah.
confusion
Alright, so
on top of grappling.
just cutting through the chase here. So I'm reading your bite is a d20 plus 4, and it does 1d6 plus 7 damage.
Yeah, he's got power attack, which is nice for bites.
Okay. And then his claws are a d20 plus 0 for 2d4 plus 5 damage.
Yep, because he's using 2 of them.
Cool. That'll work.
And then I gotta do Roscoe's weapons.
What's his base movement?
Oh, it's 40. I didn't know where to put that.
It's under attacks next to initiative.
Oh, I see. And then I guess if he doesn't have any special things, you leave the swim and climb just like on their own?
Yeah.
Okay.
Defense is armor class of 18. He's supposed to have a total of 27 hit points.
Mm-hmm. I believe so.
Marks your skills properly.
Whoops.
Even filled out the details. Very nice. Looks good to me.
Alright, cool.
Give me just 1 second to make a modification here. Weapon 0 is bite at 5 feet.
Oh, the feet is 5, not 0?
Yeah. You can
Oh.
your range with any melee weapon is 5 feet.
My bad.
Ones that have more are longer.
Oh, does it... Okay, for damage mods, does it work if you do, like, 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 and stuff to, like, account for where all the damage types are coming from, or do you have to lump them all together to just one big number?
If you actually look in the attack sheet here, you kind of lumped it all together as damage mods, which is fine.
Mhm.
But you can also take out that and put in for bite, I believe it's strength and a half.
Oh, okay.
And then you're supposed to get 3 more for something, I'm not sure. So that would be where that would go. That would be from your power attack or whatever.
Alright, cool.
So, as long as this DMG, the gray box for damage, is correct, that is the total you add.
Okay. Also, I was a bit worried about the attack, because at one point I accidentally gave him, like, 17 plus to attack, because I forgot where to put the right values in.
Right, well, this one you can see up there is showing plus 4.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah, looks good.
Perfect.
Repeat the process with your main character. Nick and Diana, y'all are coming along there?
Yeah, I'm finishing off her attacks right now. So.
Awesome. Do some linking here. Roscoe up. This is thrilling entertainment for everybody out there in YouTube land.
Sorry.
That's all right. Just if you're just tuning in, be aware this is the pre-game live stream. We'll be going to the actual game soon. So, let's see.
I'm just going to do a roll with the gravity bow. Okay, that looks right. Oops.
And Matt, please remember to use your token actions, the ones that pop up when you click on your token.
Yep.
Unless it's not there, in which case you use the sheet.
Let's see here. Oh, it says weapon 0 and weapon 1.
Oh, for Rocco, yeah, I haven't fixed that yet.
Yeah.
They'll have names as soon as I can see them in the sheet.
Yeah. One's his composite longbow, one's the gravity bow, and then one's a greatsword.
Oh, excellent. So, let's see.
Okay. Everything seems like it's working. So
The longbow, what is the range on that?
110 feet.
10. Tell me about a gravity bow. What is that?
It's basically just his longbow after he used the gravity bow spell on it. I figured because it does different damage, it does like 2d6 instead of 1d8.
Excellent, yes. Does it have the same range?
Yeah, it's exactly the same. It's just the damage type. Or just the damage dice.
And what was your third weapon?
That was the greatsword.
Feet. Got it. There you go. Those should now all three be in your token actions.
Let's see. Alright, cool. Alright, now I just need to... How do buffs work, by the way? Because this character's going to have a lot. He has this one ability that's, like, adaptable.
Have a piece of paper handy.
Okay. Because I saw the little buffs thing there, too, so I was like...
Right, so just write down what buffs are currently available to you. And if you're at all good with art, we use these little token icons that you can pop up. And you can pick an icon that hasn't been used yet that kind of makes you think like that. Make a note on your paper what icon you picked, and you can even put in like numbers and stuff.
Okay. Alright, then yeah, I'll just like keep them written down and then track them that way.
Cool. So you see that little fire with a 5, that could mean you're on fire for the next 5 turns. It can mean that you're at step 5 of starting a fire routine. It could mean you have haste on you for the next 5 rounds. It can mean whatever we decide it means. Could mean you're a player droppable torch with a talkative streak. Y'all crack me up. So has anybody seen Deadpool yet?
Oh my god.
No.
It's so
No
good right now.
spoilers. No
Say
I
nothing.
have not.
Say nothing.
I haven't seen it either. I was just
Okay, good.
It's
Scare me for a minute.
I've never seen.
What?
I just do
Spoiler-
not.
A spoiler-free review that I watched said it is exactly what you expect of a Deadpool film.
Yeah,
Why it's rated R.
they nailed it. Like they were putting some stuff like where I was like,
No
I had
spoilers.
no idea how it was even legal that they put that in the movie. Like
That
they
is
were
what I
getting
like
away
to
with so much
hear.
stuff.
That is what I like when
that's why it's
when the
rated R.
legality of the movie is questioned. That's the kind of movie I want to watch.
Yeah, no spoilers, but I'll tell you, I saw a dick and vag and at least 6 pairs of tits.
Yeah, well, it is rated R for a reason. There's
Yeah.
plenty of gore, and there's plenty of nudity, and there's plenty of profanity.
Awesome.
PSA: Do not take your children to see this movie.
Yeah,
Not.
that's what every reviewer has said. He's like, hey, parents who are looking to take their kids to watch this film, just don't.
Just
Yeah.
don't.
We all know there's going to be that one parent that's just like, all right, it's a superhero movie, and then they're going to, like,
That wasn't
flip shit.
Superman at all.
They're going to flip shit, and they're going to ruin it for everybody, and they're not going to make more, and it's going to be awful, so just do not take your kids to see this movie. Just don't.
Oh, someone already did that. They were like, Deadpool, I was so offended to find Deadpool was an R-rated movie. Could you please just make it not R-rated so me and my kid can watch it? And then Deadpool responded with, like, basically saying fuck off.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Could you make Bambi only without any deer in it and nobody gets hurt? No, lady. That's a different story.
Super people are supposed to be good. That's even funnier too, because in the movie they make fun of that.
It's also he also breaks the fourth wall a lot, from what I've heard.
Oh,
Yeah,
so-
that's his insanity. It's because when he's breaking the fourth wall, he's just talking to himself, and everybody
Yeah.
thinks he's crazy. It's
He
amazing.
breaks the fourth wall like crazy.
Yeah, it's so good.
So good. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, my character sheet's done now. Basically, I just should write in like what his spells do, the details of those, because there's a lot to fill in.
Stuff like that, however, it's easiest to keep track. The sheet is really good, but it's very complicated, can take a while to set up, especially for Magic users.
Yeah,
But it is so worth having.
makes me
And
cry.
I wish there were one specific person I could call out and say thank you to, but the Pathfinder sheet's really the end result of a long collaboration between a bunch of people. And I want to say thank you to them collectively. Great sheet. One thing I do want to make sure everybody does before we get started is make sure that the aura on your token matches the player color that you have chosen down here in the player icons. You can change one or both to match, but they should match. And make sure that your player name on your sheet matches the name in your player icon on Roll20. Because if not, you're going to be missing out on some stuff.
How do we change our token color?
Click on the token twice, or click on it once and click on the little circle bubble at the bottom.
Okay.
Not the circle, the gear, and then just click on Aura 1 color.
Alright, cool.
And
There we go.
And your player icons down at the bottom, you can just click on the color and change it there.
Maybe I'll go for something that isn't poop brown. Let's see if this works. Yeah, that's good. Alright, cool.
And if no hexadecimal, you can put any color you want into these. I don't, so I don't. The only thing I do is reserve the bright lime green color for myself, because I happen to like it.
This is very noticeable.
That's the intent. This way I can use my own color to leave GM notes on the map. Put them in the black spot, they shine up as neon green. Easy to recognize.
Oh, be right back real quick.
Cool. I'm going to go ahead and shut the stream down. We'll take a 5 to 15 minute break, get everybody's characters situated. We still got some stuff to do with Nick and Di here. And when we come back, we'll get right into the action, or what passes for action at the Color Animal Inn.
Fnord, I got a quick question for you.
One moment.
Yeah.